Hello everybody and welcome back to Command Point. My name is Ryan, and in this video Shane and I examine the new Skorpekh Destroyer models to determine if we could see them in Kill Team and how they would fit into the Necron faction. If you've been enjoying our series covering the Indomitous Box models, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into it. I'll just go down their stat line here. So the 8-inch move, like I mentioned before, 3-up weapon and ballistic skill, strength 5, toughness 5, 3 wounds, 3 attacks, 10 leadership, and a 3-up save. Now, notably for these guys, there's no sort of invulnerable save they get. So that's something to consider with these guys. I don't think they have an option for that. From the 2 weapon options that I can see, they have got a Hyperphase Reap Blade. It's a melee weapon, which is strength +2, so bumping them up to strength 7. AP -4, 3 damage. And then there is the Hyperphase Threshers. So this is also another melee weapon. I don't think these guys have any ranged weapon capability, but strength user, so strength 5, still really good. AP -3, 2 damage, also very good. And then, like a chainsword, it gives these guys an additional attack. So, Shane, what do you what do you think of these guys? Their stats, their stat line, and their weapon options seem ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, yeah. They're like Lich Guards on crack or something. They've got 8 inch, they've got 3 wounds. I mean, the thing about a Lich Guard is you can maybe pump like a overcharged plasma shot into them and maybe shave both those wounds off and get that sweet spot 2 damage injury roll. But these guys have 3 wounds. So I mean you can pump a 3 damage weapon into them maybe, but like then you're probably going to reanimate them. And the other alternative is you just have to kind of slowly shave the wounds off. And this thing hits. I mean, it's like I said, it's like a Lich Guard almost, but better in melee. It's got strength 7, AP 4, 3 damage on that Reap Blade. I mean, that's a crazy profile. And assuming you would take these guys with Novak, you're going to be re-rolling failed hits. This thing, I mean, right now in 40K, the rumor is 40 points per model. I feel like in Kill Team, that might be a little low for what you would get out of these guys.
Yeah.
I think you'd maybe want to look like 45, maybe more. I don't know if I'm conservative on that estimate, but this would be...
No, they look like they bring a lot to the table for sure. Let's talk about their special abilities for a little bit that we got here. Not really sure how these would transfer over to Kill Team, whether it be just abilities that are baked into the models, or maybe they turn these into a new set of tactics for Necrons to use with these models. They get Reanimation Protocols, obviously. They have an ability called Hardwired for Destruction, where they can reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made by models in this unit. Obviously, if these guys do get ported over to Kill Team, you're probably going to be... I mean, like, they're good. They are great, you know? So if you're going to run, like, Mephrit for some reason, whether you just like Mephrit or whatever you want to do, they're still great melee models.
Yeah.
But to get the most out of them, you'd probably want to run these guys as Novak.
Mm-hmm.
So this ability is kind of redundant if you're running them as Novak. That's just something to consider.
I mean, I think these models, like having seen them, they look so cool.
Right.
I would absolutely want to run these if they came out, because 1, they look cool, and 2, these guys look so strong. I mean, if they came into Kill Team at 40 points, I would say that's in a lot of matchups, I would be almost like a must take.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'd rather have 2 Lich Guards, but 8-inch movement and 3 wounds, Necron, that's just nuts.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to circle back on for a little bit to consider when comparing these guys with Lich Guard. Is Lich Guard, they've only got that 5-inch base movement.
Mm-hmm.
These guys got 8. These guys are moving as fast as the Drakari...
Mandrakes, yeah.
Yeah, the Drakari Mandrakes, Tau drones. Gosh, like the list just goes on. So it's like oh, Necrons are slow. They're slow, steadily marching robots crushing everything underfoot. No, not these guys. They'll roll up on you. I don't know. They kind of look like the droidicas from the prequel Star Wars movies with like their 3 legs or whatever. That I could totally see them just rolling up on people and then
Yeah.
slicing them to bits. Yeah, these models are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we've seen already is that just movement alone isn't enough to make it a must-take in a Necron list. Otherwise, people would be running Praetorians. What
True.
separates the 3 wounds and that Reap Blade, that -4 3 damage. Oh my goodness! I mean, rerolling all hits, that is just insane. And there's not a minus to attack with it. I can see it coming to Kill Team, but I also wouldn't be shocked if they didn't port this over.
Yeah.
I would have nightmares if they did, having to play against it.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Might have to we might have to pick up 2 boxes instead or something of the Indomitous box. I'm not sure.
Imagine running running into like a 4 Lich Guard, 1 Skorpekh Destroyer kill team.
I really would rather not. Really would rather not. So,
Yeah.
how would they change like a meta like Novak list right now?
Well, I think you'd see rosters now have the thing about Necron rosters. Novak is there's like a lot of open spaces because there's not really that many different things you can do with Novak. I mean, you can go all flayed ones, you can go 10 flayed ones, or like 2 Lich Guards and like 8 flayed ones. You can go 1 Lich Guard and like 10 flayed ones. Um, but again, these are all just like based around the 12 potential flayed ones, and then you can only run 6, I think, Lich Guards if you wanted to go like gung ho and run a bunch of Lich Guards. Um, so I guess maybe you'll have like a single like dispersion shield guy. So I mean, I guess that would be 20 spots, but like you're never really going to run 6 Lich Guards, so you might as well drop a couple of those. I mean, you could easily put a Skorpekh Destroyer or 2 with like different specialisms onto like a 20-man roster.
Right.
And then I wouldn't be surprised to see like in some matchups like just 1 Skorpekh and 8 flayed ones, or like 1 Skorpekh and a Lich Guard and like 6 flayed ones. That would be pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
And I do think there is the potential to maybe like throw this into like a Mephrit list just to have like a front line for your shooters. I don't know though. I mean, I just see these guys and I think Novak.
Can you just looking at these guys for the past like 10 minutes? Uh, I'm kind of racking my brain as to how I could even kill this model.
I don't know.
Until he's stuck in combat with me. Like I don't know what to do. Do I have to do a start? He's need to start like packing Thunderhammers now instead of Power Fists and Relic Blades. Like,
Well, here's the thing: you take a Thunderhammer against a Necron, and you're probably.
mhm.
Gonna... I think the best bet is like a sniper plasma. Maybe we'll hopefully get 2 wounds through and kill it because it doesn't have an invuln save. So if you
Right.
can punch through that 3-up base save and like get 2 wounds through with like a 2 damage weapon, then your odds are okay of killing it. It's like a 33% chance if you can get to the injury roll, just because 6s don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, although the reality is a lot of factions just straight up would not have an answer to this model.
Yeah.
You could just pull up with the Skorpekh Destroyer, and your opponent is just going to shake their head like, okay, I guess I'm never killing this thing. And it's got an 8-inch movement, so it's in my face. And it's got AP4, Strength 7, 3 damage weapons that they're hitting me with, rerolling all failed hits. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm kind of torn about this model now. I'm not sure if I really want to see it in Kill Team anymore, but it is one of the ones that I could see being ported over.